To begin, I love my son with all my heart, but he blew up his marriage by cheating and has moved back home. I am a 55 years old female, and I have 3 children. My oldest is my daughter 30, then my twins, both male and female, are 25. My oldest just got married to a wonderful man. My younger daughter is going to grad school overseas, and that leaves my son. Let's call him Carlos. He has always been a handful. He got married when he was 20. His ex-wife had a 3-year-old daughter whom I love, and no matter what, I am her grandmother. They had a child together, my other grandchild. He is 2. COVID caused a lot of stress in his life, and he works in a fly-in, fly-out camp job. He is gone for 2 weeks at a time, then home for 2 weeks. He makes very good money and enjoys spending it. Maybe a little bit too much. Carlos cheated on his wife with a coworker. I am not judging him. I am not perfect. But he chose to leave his wife and children and move back home. It doesn't really make sense for him to rent an apartment or something for the 12 days a month he is home. So I allowed it. But he decided to be a jerk, in my opinion, and bring his dog with him. My grandbabies love this dog, but he is trying to punish his ex for telling him to leave. It is a beautiful border collie, and it is the perfect dog for their home. Huge yard, lots of walking trails nearby, even an off-leash park only a 10-minute drive away. I live in an apartment downtown. I am allowed a dog, but if I were to have one, it would be something sedate and non-shedding like a Maltese. I swear I tried watching this dog, but my son is irresponsible. He doesn't walk him much. He doesn't brush the dog. He is just holding on to the dog to lever his way into his ex's life. The last straw was this last time off work. He was away for 2 weeks and then came home for 1 day before flying off to the United States for a vacation with his new girlfriend. So I called my daughter-in-law, checked if she wanted the pup back. She almost cried with joy. I packed up everything that belonged to the dog and took him over there. My grandchildren were ecstatic. My son just came home for 3 days before he has to leave for work and asked where his dog is. I told him the truth. He is calling me a jerk for giving away his pet. Also because I said that if he tried to go get the dog and bring it back, he was not welcome in my home. Am I the jerk? Here's what a commenter had to say. You are not the jerk. So wholesome to read about a mom who loves and cares for all her adult kids, but doesn't succumb to the distortion of rosy specs. You recognize that your son has acted like a colossal jerk, and you aren't supporting or tolerating his BS. From my perspective, you didn't give away his pet. You returned the family dog to a healthy environment for that breed instead of letting your son neglect him. You returned the family dog to your grandkids, who were understandably ecstatic to get their good boy back. What kind of father takes an adored doggo from his own kids? He's already destroyed his family by cheating and leaving them, but he chooses to traumatize his kids even further? Bravo for refusing to participate in his punishment of his ex and his kids. Bravo for telling him if he tries it again, he's out. I believe you should also say if he moves out of your home and steals the dog again, you will report him for theft yourself. Another comment says you are not the jerk, I reckon. Dogs, especially working breeds like border collies, need a lot of exercise and stimulation in order to be happy. Your son intentionally put his dog in a situation where it will be miserable. No bad will on you. There's only so much you can do. This dog will be much happier with your daughter-in-law and the children, and that's ignoring everything else that your son has done. Not just to the dog. One other commenter said, I'm not generally supportive of unilaterally giving away someone's pet, but I think it was entirely justified in this case. He brought it into your home without asking you, and he's literally never home to take care of it. He was intentionally making you, the dog, and his own children upset just to get back at his wife for not putting up with his cheating. Good job, Grandma. This concludes all of the comments. And I agree with the original poster is not the jerk. She knows her son is being revengeful and decided to make an executive decision to restore happiness to her grandchildren and daughter-in-law. So she is definitely not the jerk. But her son is, so he gets the boot. Right, Kitty? Let me know what do you think about this and post it in the comments. Make sure to watch the next unbelievable story.